When our next guest left the UK to visit friends in China, he never expected to return as one of Asia's biggest internet sensations.
But after getting locked down in Wuhan, Mr. Bean impersonator Nigel Dixon decided to put his talent to good use by posting educational videos online.
And they have been a big hit in just a matter of months. He's amassed more than 400 million followers. And here to tell us more, we're joined by Nigel, or should we say Mr. Bean right now. Good morning to you. I mean, an overnight internet sensation, but this is something that you've been living with as Mr. Bean since you were 13. People have always said you resemble him, as we can see.
It's not Piers Morgan, it's Phillip, Schofield and Holmes. Oh, sorry, I didn't realise. Sorry. Hello.
Hello.
How are you? Nice to see you. Oh, it's a little bit scary. Can you be Nigel, or are you going to maintain Mr. Bean, or Mr. P, as they call you in?
One second, I'll just put that in there like that.
Ah, there you go.
Phillip. Good morning, Polly.
Good morning.
How lovely to see you. Wow, I mean, this is incredible. So you went over to see friends. You've been an impersonator of Mr. Bean for some time, but you just went out to see friends, and then lockdown happened. You could have come back on the repatriation plane, but you stayed out there.
That's right. It was actually a very interesting start. I actually went off to the Terracotta Warriors, the 8th wonder of the world, and was taken back when everyone looked around and thought the 9th wonder had just arrived, and actually interviewed the farmer who found the first terracotta warrior, which was amazing. He invited me into his house, and I thought, things just can't get any better. And there we go. 3 weeks later, bang, the virus. Yeah. I had a lot of people, Phillip, Holly, contact me online, millions of fans worried about me, and I'm thinking, why me? You know,
but why did you decide to stay when you could have come home?
Well, there's a couple of reasons. One, if I'd have jumped on an aeroplane, I may have contracted the virus. I may have spread the virus. I was invited to a friend in Shenzhen from Wuhan for New Year's celebration. That was what it was all about. But I didn't want to run the risk of taking the virus out of Wuhan to Shenzhen. Yeah. You know, it was all about not wanting to spread prevention, and no one at that time knew they had it.
So let's just explain how this happened, because so you're going over there, you're simply going to visit friends, you're not going over there to break the internet. However, it was during lockdown, like everyone, you're thinking, right, what can I do to pass the time? You started to post these videos, and that's what started it.
Yeah, I mean, I was really, don't underestimate it, Holly, I was really scared being 5,000 miles away from home. And all of a sudden, these people offered me a lifeline, the community. And in return, I thought I'd do this little thing just to help, support, because everybody mentally, their health, their daily routines. I could get images, messages out there that will actually educate them, but in a fun and entertaining way. And of course, the visual, the character, it suits the whole family. It doesn't have a language, so it travels through the territories. And to do that was an amazing experience. I found, then I was asked by CCTV, I was commissioned twice to make a small documentary after these films.
We should explain that CCTV is the huge Chinese news channel. CCTV is a fascinating name for them.
And that went out to 460 million people on social network. Went on there, and they were leaving, these aren't pie-in-the-sky figures, they were leaving feedback, the most wonderful supporting messages to me, because it was my life in lockdown. And, through that time, I was sort of guiding people and supporting people in the community.
So did the Chinese authorities say, obviously you're performing really quite an essential social service now to a lot of people, a health service. Did they ask you, did they tell you, or did they advise you on what to post?
No, I mean, there was a couple of things. We sort of got advice on the washing the hands and things from the outset. Everybody, they didn't have like a gun put to their head. Everyone went behind their doors straight away, which gave the authorities the opportunity and space to fight the invisible enemy. And of course, there was no map for China to start with. It was, you've got to do what you think's right at the time. And so therefore, being behind closed doors, having all this time on everybody's hands, we managed to, sort of create and think about what the need was for people because, you know, it's a lot of pressure. None of us were ready for it, right?
No, exactly. And how does it feel having more followers than someone like Cristiano Ronaldo?
Or even Trump at the time. Yeah, it's quite bizarre. It's almost like you know, you feel like you've arrived, if you like. But you know,
Nigel, how does it feel to be so famous in China that you open your window and people are screaming in the local community when they see you? But to come back here, we have because we don't know anything about what happens on Sina Weibo anyway, and so you come back here. None of us knew this had happened. So you've come back and it's like tumbleweed.
Yeah, it's almost like going through the process twice. Of course, I'm keeping my eye on China now and my contacts there, just to always have an overall, you know, look at the situation, because I'm constantly getting questions. Not that I'm an expert, don't get me wrong, and I don't give my opinion. It's my experiences I talk about, and it's a big story, you know. I'm hoping that I will get, you know, here, I've got commissioned in China. I've got, you know, footage to create another documentary, and I'm hoping I can share it with everybody.
We wish you the best of luck. We really do. And it's lovely to talk to you today. Thank you very much for joining us. It's a fascinating story.
You're welcome, Holly.
Thank you.
All the
Well
very
done,
best.
Nigel. Well done. Amazing.
Amazing.